question. I'll ask Heather first.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have done the past 4 months if there was no park?
Well, I would have definitely taken a trip. Typically, we like to do something during the summer. I mean, we really wanted to do some national parks, which technically, I mean, I guess we still could do, but we're not ready to get on a plane and do those things. So we missed out on definitely a trip. And I think for me, we didn't have any big events planned, but it's the little things. It's some of the family barbecues, the family get-togethers that we typically do a lot of. We missed out on those. Obviously, for me, Tigers games.
Yeah.
I missed out on. That was a huge part of my summer that was drastically changed. But those are the three biggest things I think that I would have been doing if it weren't for COVID.
Mine was my annual Vegas trip during the NCAA tournament. Going to a lot of our neighbors' kids were going to graduate, and definitely that. And the other thing probably be, and I did go home for a weekend or go back to Philly for a weekend. I would have done a week trip at least, to the Jersey Shore. Still might do that in a couple weeks, but I'm debating whether it's worth going right now.
Would you fly?
Oh, if I went again, I'd fly. I don't want to waste time.
Yeah, I'm not getting in a plane right now. I'm just not. And I know there's been nothing linked
to. I understand.
There's nothing been linked really to being that dangerous. It seems like there's been no outbreaks. I mean, we go to Cedar Point every year. It's funny that we're doing this today because we just talked about it last night about maybe going next week. We would not stay the night.
Right.
And we may shorten the day to, leave the park by 6 o'clock.
What's the attendance been like there?
So a friend of ours, and I got this secondhand through Kelly, they went yesterday, and they said it was not many people there.
Good.
Yeah, so we're thinking about maybe the middle of next week. We'll see. We're still in baseball, so I got to balance all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, we were going to take a nice summer vacation this year. We didn't have it planned yet. We were just starting to look into it, and maybe the kids have never been on a plane.
Right.
So that kind of thing. We were going to go to probably 6-7 Tiger games. My son is just my oldest is just getting into sports big time right now, asking all the questions, and to foreshadow some things, we were going to go to probably a couple Lions games. I was going to get him for his birthday surprise tickets to the Saints game. And then so he could see Drew Brees once in his life.
Yeah.
And then we were going to go to the Bucks game, which is still a possibility, I think. And I think I can get tickets, through people I know. I'll be paying for them, obviously, but I think I can, if it's limited, we may do that just depending on what's going on with the virus. But yeah, I mean, it's been disappointing. I mean, I just can't tell you how, I mentioned it earlier that we went to senior night at Michigan basketball. We went with a friend and his son, and it was such a good time. And it was almost like, thank God we got to do one more thing that close to when the outbreak happened. And it was already going on then. I mean, I'm convinced people in that arena had it that night.
Possibly. 248-539-9797 is the telephone number or the text. Look, I know people that had weddings, bar bat mitzvahs, planned, basically deposits were put on, rooms and things like that, and gone.
Look at something like fantasy football.
Yes.
And fantasy baseball.
Yes.
Those I haven't heard anything about people starting fantasy baseball leagues. I'm sure they have.
Yeah, I think Valenti still does.
Oh, he's doing his? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
The football, and it's something to look at going forward. Are people having their normal drafts?
Well, you mentioned the whole sports book thing downtown.
Yeah.
I mean, they were open for 2 days, basically?
Yeah.
2 or 3 days.
Stoney, when I was down there that day, the excitement, it was the real deal. I mean, sometimes things aren't put on or it doesn't deliver. That thing delivered, and that place is sweet. I don't care if you're not a gambler. It's so cool just to check out everything.
Yes.
I'm not. I have a little fun with a $5-10 bet on a future bet and just something to keep an eye on. But it is so cool. This look at the screen and all that, and all that. People were looking forward to that. Yeah. There's a lot of people down there. There's a line to get to place a bet.
Yeah. Well, look at my coffee cup. I was going to go see the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones got canceled. Billy Joel, all the concerts. No matter what your
concerts,
all by your house, Heather. All DTA.
I totally forgot. I've already forgotten about concerts. That was a huge. We were really looking forward to going to several concerts this summer, and that was a huge bummer. totally forgot about that.
I mean, and you were going so much last year. That was like the theme of your summer. Like you would just spontaneously go to a concert. You'd walk to it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, we did once. We did discover it's a little bit longer than it seems to actually walk there. Especially, you know, if you had a few drinks, it takes even longer. So
the walk there is not bad. The walk home is a struggle.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, there's that. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'll hopefully be able to do it next summer. We'll see. Oh my gosh.
Kids, my daughter just got her geography, summer camp, so that was canceled. They shows with her, my other daughter, so I know she's working a lot of it, so I got to do some of them, but not all of them, so that was affected.
How about this one? Miss your kids being out of the house during the week.
Exactly. They're on me. I can imagine what a lot of parents, you and your wife, going through because they love your kids, but after something, especially in the summer, you get stir crazy and they drive you nuts.
Yeah, and I think in general, the uncertainty, and I've talked to so many people about this, people are just really sick of this, with the whole school thing. It's like, come on, it's time to make a decision. We need to, I mean, people start, if it's not going to happen, we need to start putting plans in place, you know?
You're absolutely right.
I can't imagine some of the things people do this, you know? You talk about weddings, that's just horrific. But even other things, like what if, you know, somebody had a 50th anniversary party planned for their parents, or, you know, that special trip, you know, maybe somebody going to Tiger game, like tradition on Father's Day or something like that, or they have some other tradition with that. It just
Father's Day. A lot of people drove by and waved to their father.
Mother's Day was even worse. They're still in lockdown.
Ticket text. I was supposed to run a 10K and a half marathon in Jackson, Wyoming, in the next weekend, the same in West Yellowstone, Montana. All full of riders.
Think about if you're in training and then move.
Just went to Cedar Point yesterday. Not bad at all. 2020 was supposed to be full of trips. It was Jamaica in March and a Viking Mediterranean cruise. Sucks. Everything down.
They played a Viking horn on that.
Everybody up. Aaron from Madison Heights says, I just got back from Friday. I just got back last Friday. 7 different states, 7 weeks, hotel every night, 18 planes. I was safe and felt safe in the airport. Wow, good for him. I assume that's work related.
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, who knows? It's a wild vacation if it's not.
Yeah.
Vacation even if there's no COVID.
I mean, I'm just not going there yet. And my reason is I'm not necessarily fearful of myself. It's that I like being around our parents and in-laws.
All right, we'll take more of your phone calls on that. 248-539-9797. Still ahead. Who's the best under 16 in Detroit/Michigan sports history? We'll have a call up and decide that. It's coming up next. 37 the ticket. Here's T.O.
WHYD FM and WXYD HD1 Detroit. From radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Monty Sports Desk. This is 97.9.
Brought to you by SoulByMarkC.com. College football reaches an important stage on this Friday as Big Ten teams, including Michigan State and Michigan, can open up their fall camps today. Despite reaching this critical milestone, there's still no guarantee that there will even be a college football season this fall. Matthew Moore goes in search of his first win of the year as the Tigers take on the Pirates tonight at the start of that weekend series in Pittsburgh. You have to get right here on the ticket starting at 6:40. His first public comments about being let go following the 2017 NFL season. Former Lions head coach Jim Caldwell says he has no hard feelings over GM Bob Quinn's decision to fire him.
Bob came in, and I think without question that had he been left his own device, I probably would have been gone the day he came in. Just the kind of the feeling that I got, even though obviously it went through a 2-week process of kind of going through an interview process with him in order to keep my job. And I was thankful to be able to continue because I did think that we were moving forward. I did think that we had something going on that's special.
Anchor comes courtesy of former Lion Grover Quinn's The TV Room podcast. After missing the entire 2019 season due to unspecified unspecified health reasons, the 65-year-old Caldwell told Quinn that he's ready to return to coaching. Brendan Todd and Jason Day are tied for the lead at 5 under par after one round to play at the PGA Championship in San Francisco. Tiger Woods will start the day just 3 shots off the lead after shooting a 2 under par 68 in round 1. That, by the way, also the same score that was posted yesterday. Rocket Mortgage Classic champion Bryson DeChambeau. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Martinez. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
Jamie and Stoney on 97.1 The Ticket.
Yes, good morning, everyone. We'll wake up. It is the weekend. We don't need a weekend around here.
Yeah, I can sense it. All 3 of us are just a little bit, I think we're zapped.
Yeah.
We're having sinus issues, Stoney. Yeah. It's cold in here. We're trying to get it warmed up. Kind of hard to do a show when you're shivering.
That was me every day in there, you guys.
You got the blanket.
I know.
Still, you look like a sweater on now. And by the way,
I got a sweater.
the Drew Barrymore Detroit News t-shirt.
I sure am. I got one. Just got it in the mail.
All right, but I said I'd make
No,
I'm going to ask you a question. We'll still take, look, we'll take your open line calls, 248-539-9797. We know a lot of people still want to write something to Jamie about his, Jamie's family, and we'll read anything you want to write on the ticket text and express condolences. It's been, not quite a week. Tomorrow will be a week, and it's been a tough week, and it's been a struggle for obviously more for his family, but we're part of the family sense too. It's very hard losing somebody like that who's known him.
Well, the listeners are part of the family.
I understand that. Yeah,
People that weren't able to, get the emotions under control and call in the first few days after finding out, are still welcome to call.
All right. And we also take your phone calls and texts. I know a lot of the high school players who are really good. Their recruiting visits to different schools got canceled. They had to do stuff on Zoom. They couldn't go visit a lot of the schools. Tomorrow, one of the best offensive linemen in this area, Rocco Spindler. Mark Spindler's son played at Clarkston High School. It's going to be, I think, on CBS Sports on .com too. It's going to be live at his high school. He's going to announce where he's going to college. And his top 5 are Ohio State, LSU, Penn State, Notre Dame, and Michigan. Most people believe it's going to be between Notre Dame and Michigan. And the sense in the recruiting world is he's leaning a little bit towards Notre Dame. So, but we don't know. Okay,
Come on, spin dog.
We'll find out tomorrow. Here's my question: 248-539-9797. Obviously, very hypothetical. You are, a great athlete, a great high school athlete. You have time. You can go anywhere in the country to go play your sport. Are you staying in state, or are you going somewhere else? Where are you going? 248-539-9797. Now, you're, you're not going to, you might, if you're basketball, you might say, I want to go to Duke. You're not going to choose Duke for football. So whatever, you can pick your sport or not. I've always one to believe that you should experience as much things in life as possible. That's why if you can afford it, I always suggest that despite having great colleges in this state, just going out of state just to experience living somewhere else if you can afford it. And so obviously these kids are getting scholarships. If I was an elite athlete, maybe it was because it has nothing to do with I've been there before, I would probably go to UCLA. It's a really good school. The weather's great. Obviously, basketball has a tradition. Their football team usually stinks. But it would be, I don't know. I think that would be a place where I would be.
So you would, as a high-level footballer, choose UCLA?
Yeah, I would.
I would at this point. I mean, they have a lineage, a past, where, Aikman went there, even Kate McDowell went, but no. If I'm going to go out of state, I'm going, and I know it's a great campus. I've heard great things about it.
Yeah.
my cousin's daughter went there as well. You guys might have crossed paths. I mean, we'd have to check that out another day. But I mean, right now, if you're going to go out of state, I'm going to one of the big programs. I'm going to Ohio State or Clemson or Alabama or Oklahoma. I'd probably lean Clemson right now with the weather and everything.
You know,
South Carolina is a nice state.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, I mean, it's stupid to say. I don't want to be in an area where all they have is UCLA. Yeah, you know, that's why I wouldn't pick Penn State. It's a little,
I think sometimes these schools have to have a realism about what is their true potential.
Right.
Because then, yeah, if you're realistic, I don't think many people are. I think people think they're better and they get people talking in their ears.
Right.
Like, I think that happened a lot with Shea Patterson. And I think it made him derail his career a little bit in terms of work ethic. You know, we heard things about him golfing and stuff like that.
yes. Well, that's why UCLA, I think, is good because you're in a metropolitan area. There's anything besides football. You know, if you're not turn out and you're not that great, the job market, that type of thing.
I think the big thing here is like, so I have to just personalize it for me. About back when, I would say I'm 15 years old and,
Right.
and I'm a top-notch, I'm Rocco Spindler or I'm McCarthy that's coming in from Michigan.
Right.
You know, if me at that time, I was a humongous Michigan fan. It's a no-brainer.
Right, I
for me.
understand. I understand that.
I loved them so much that it just, would be nobody else on the table. If they would accept me, I'm coming. End of story.
248-539-9797. Let's say a little Bill and Lavanya again. 97 on the phone.
Thanks, guys. How you doing? Hey, I just wanted to mention my skills that a lot of people have. You know, I've never met Jay Gasm. He's FSA. Definitely the emotion that he brought on us. Never met him. Just shows the character. And I definitely want to apologize if something's going to all of you. I just have a question. You know, when we started calling you over the year JT, and I always wondered where that came from.
We're disgusted. Feel that?
Oh, okay.
It's a mystery and it always will remain a mystery.
Is that right? Okay, I never knew. I thought everyone knew one thing.
Oh, no. Shall we say, the rumor was it was Jordan Butson. That's not it. That's not it, because he was a Michael Jordan Butson. Okay? But it's not that. We'll leave it there, right?
I'm not talking about that. We got a ticket test here. It says I missed 2.5 months of work. That's $10,000. I would like to have Matt the car hauler. Yeah.
I feel you there.
Yeah. I mean, we've had to put everything on delay that we were planning to do.
I know.
It's like we're actually going to start flourishing a little bit more financially because my wife was going back to work full time at the school.
Right.
We don't know if we have that. It's just like,
And all of a sudden, you're Mr. Spokesman for BetMGM, and that got shut down, so that's money there.
right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We all and we had to take, so we, look, don't cry for us. Especially, don't
Hey,
cry for
I'm
me.
happy I can pay the bills.
Damn right. I'm happy I have a job.
Too.
A lot of people out there like Matt, obviously, it sucked. Adam in Chicago says, COVID hit right when my wife accepted a job in another state. We decided to move with 2 small kids. Selling a house, buying a house, and moving during a pandemic is impossible. And one kid is supposed to start kindergarten this month and is missing out on that.
Oh, wow.
That's awful.
Somebody had tickets to Augusta watching Saturday, Sunday rounds and had everything set up. Can't go in the fall. Devastating. That's from June. Man, that stinks.
Yeah.
That's something I would. If I could go to all 4 rounds of the Masters one time. That would.
I don't need to go to all 4. I just want to go to one.
Yeah, Sunday, right?
No, I hear the best is like Thursday or Friday because you can walk around and it's a lot.
I don't know. Man, that back 9 on Sunday, that be in that environment. Yeah.
We, a group of 12, were supposed to go to my buddy's hotel in Santorini, Greece, and then hop to Italy for a week and Poland for 4 to 5 days, altogether about 3 weeks. That got canceled. Just in time to have our grandmother get COVID in a nursing home and die alone. Couldn't have a funeral. Meanwhile, sister, grandmother's legal guardian, caught COVID from being the sole visitor my grandmother could have had for a couple of hours. She's still having complications from it. My niece, who dedicated this past school year to our papa, our father, who passed last August, was her best friend basically, was valedictorian and didn't have his ceremony. This has been awful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you read a story like that, and things I'm complaining about, I feel like a loser.
Right,
I know.
exactly. Jeez.
My sons and I were training for a half marathon in Key West for October. The race hasn't been canceled, but they're doing it virtually. No refunds. So instead of running on Key West, you run around your neighborhood and send them your time. Ridiculous. No refund.
Well,
Well, if it's for a charity, maybe.
to the best of my knowledge right now, that's a joke. He's not getting a refund, but
That's what I mean.
Well, I mean, Cedar Point, as of right now, if you bought a ticket ahead of time for this season, like a single day ticket, they're not refunding it. Now, I hope that changes because I think that's awful, to be honest with you. That they wouldn't give or let you use it in 2021 at least.
Well, I heard like Penn State for their season tickets, because they announced yesterday no fans all season. If you don't make a donation or the money that you use, if you don't let them keep it for whatever, whether it's a donation or whatever, for the following year, or if you take a refund, you're not guaranteed you're going to get those tickets the following year, or at least the same tickets. Now, Michigan, I read they sent out a letter at the award manual writing highly, not begging, but asking people to make donations, and there'll be discounts down the road because of how much money the athletic department's going to use.
Yeah, I mean, the colleges, they're hurting big time. I didn't realize, I know they're dependent on, college football and the tournament. I mean, that's a multi-billion dollar industry. And I think that's almost bigger than college football. Obviously, the fan thing and all that in attendance, it's going to hurt big time. But I think the tournament is what really triggered this panic by some of these universities. I mean, I think if I was a season ticket holder and an alum, I'd probably let them keep it.
Yeah, as long as I can get them back for the next
Maybe get
year.
a loyalty discount next year, even if it's 10, 20%.
That's what Michigan is having for like their seat license. Anyway, all right. News is next with Heather. What you got, Heather?
You guys, a very popular toy has tons and tons of parents outraged. So this might be a toy you have in your own home, and now the toy maker is actually going to remove it from shelves and has issued an apology. So we'll talk about that next.
No idea what that is. 97 on the ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by T-Mobile. No reported accidents on your drive this morning, but you will see some slower traffic due to road work. M14 eastbound approaching Gottfriedson. Various lane closures will continue in that area until further notice. Now that T-Mobile and Sprint have merged, T-Mobile's network is not only bigger, it's better than ever before. T-Mobile has added more towers, more engineers, and more coverage. So now you don't have to choose between an amazing network and amazing prices, Detroit. At T-Mobile, you get both. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere. 97.1 The Ticket. What if I told you you could sell your home for top dollar and not pay a single dime in commissions? Introducing YouPraise Offers, the new app coming to your smartphone. With YouPraise Offers, it's as simple as you point, you click, you praise. Simply enter the address of your home. Tell us about your home improvements, snap a few photos, and within 24 hours, you'll have a cash offer from a ready, willing, and able buyer that can close in just 2 weeks. YouPraise, U-P-R-A-Z-E. YouPraise Offers. You point, you click, you praise.
Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers keep you up to date with what's happening in the D. This week, eat up and eat right. Check out these new food trends taking over Metro Detroit. For more stories like these, head over to ChevyDetroit.com.
Highways and the throughways try to map you, baby. I got your back.
For more than a century, Chevys have rolled off the line and into our lives. And your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers couldn't be more proud to be part of such an iconic brand. Whether you're north, south, east, or west, your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are in your neighborhood with their award-winning lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. From the best-selling Equinox to the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever.
We are one where we get going.
So come in and see why, year after year, mile after mile, through big drives to Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Join Genesis Credit Union for the Flagstar Strands Theater Marquee Summer Concert in downtown Pontiac on Saturday, August 8th. Come out and enjoy some summer fun from 4 to 8 p.m. The event is free and the music will be hot. Bring a chair, your mask, and your friends.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations